Hello, Quilt Artisans. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I am here with my third week of Thankful Thursdays, and I've got a couple of things to be thankful for. But first, I'm going to update you guys on my sewing progress and what I've been working on. So the only thing I've worked on this week at all is the newest project that I started, which is the Charade quilt along. I'm ahead of the game. I have finished all 120 of my blocks. So for this week, we were to finish 40 blocks, and then I believe this sew along starts on Saturday. I think it's Saturday. I think so. I can't remember for sure. But for this week, we were only supposed to get 40 blocks done. And then the following week, we're supposed to get 40 blocks done. And then the week after that, we're supposed to get an additional 40 blocks done. My blocks are all sewn. I started laying them out so that I can sew my rows together and stuff like that. This has been such a freeing project to work on because there really was not a whole lot to think about the way I chose to do it. Now, the way the pattern is designed, you group colors and it's kind of like a controlled improv. And that was my original plan when I chose my fabric and cut it. But when it came time to start sewing, I was like, I don't want to do that. And I had read something in the pattern that said, hey, if you don't want to do it like this, don't. Just scrap it all up, put anything where you want. And that's what I did. But I did, because I am a little bit type A. So I chose to make two distinct blocks that were this. So I made half my blocks like this and half my blocks like this. And these are my two distinct blocks. So that was what I chose to do. And then I chose how I wanted to lay it out. And I found my backing. I had bought this 108 quite some time ago. And just the thought of these blocks with this backing, it's so bright and colorful. It just brings me joy. And so I have just been working on that. I'll probably do some more sewing on that today and tomorrow. Maybe I can get these rows put together. I don't know if I can get that done today and tomorrow. I don't know if I can get all that done or not. I know I'm not going to be here this weekend. So whatever's not done, probably by noon tomorrow, it's not going to get done. So probably not going to get this top put together before this weekend. So I'll be continuing it next weekend. So what I'll probably end up doing is, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on what I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing, to be honest. So that's really all the sewing that I worked on. Like, that's it. That's all. That's it. It's just putting those blocks together because it was just a very freeing experience. Just no seams to match, not a whole lot of pinning to do. It's just such an easy sew. I'm going to put the pattern down in the description if you guys want to look at it or check it out. But you can make it with a jelly roll, or I think I'm doing the throw size, so I needed 1.5 jelly rolls, or you can use fat quarters, or you can cut your fat eighths into 2.5-inch strips, whatevs. But it's just been a very calming and freeing project. And so once I got going, I just kind of wanted to keep going. Things that I am thankful for. So the first thing that I am thankful for is sleep. I don't sleep well. I used to sleep well. I've always been a night owl. My entire life, I've been a night owl. I like to stay up late and sleep in. I've always been that way. But of course, you become an adult and you're a parent and you got to go to work and you got to get up at 6 a.m. to get your kids up and dressed and ready. So staying up late wasn't something that I did, during that time when my kids were small. I mean, of course, sometimes I did, right? I mean, I was never my mom. My mom was in bed at 8 p.m., right? She's in bed at 8 and usually sleep by 9:30. And my sister is just like my mother. I probably went to bed around 12. I was probably more midnight to 6. So I was always fine getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep. But at some point, sleeping became difficult. I don't know when exactly that started. I feel like it started in 2020. And so I did some reading, and I think that some of it is surrounding my circadian rhythm, circadian clock, right? So now that I don't leave the house anymore. So when I wake up, it's like before, normally you get up in the morning, right? And you get ready for whatever you need to do, and then you go out and you do it. You go outside. And that sunlight is your body's way of knowing it's morning, it's daytime. So one of the things that I read to help with sleep is to go outside in the morning. So I've been doing that. I've been going outside in the morning to, you know, say, hey, body, it's morning. Hey, brain, it's morning. The sun is out. So I've been trying to make more of an effort to do that. But sleep has been very, very difficulty. Like normally, like I have to take Benadryl or I don't know, cold medicine, like like every day, or I have to have a couple glasses of wine, every day to sleep. I cannot sleep. I can't sleep on purpose, right? So if I'm watching TV until late and I get tired and I fall asleep by accident, I just drift off, okay. But to say, okay, it's time to go to bed. I'm going to close my eyes now and sleep. That does not work. I will sit up. I will stay up. I will I will basically lay in the bed, toss and turn and toss and turn and toss. And sometimes I'll get tired of it and eventually get out of the bed and come down here and sew, or just come down here and play on my computer or play on my phone or watch videos. Or sometimes I'll just stay in bed and watch videos, or sometimes I'll just lay in bed and let my body rest, and I'll just kind of drift in and out of sleep. It's not good quality sleep, but at least it's some sleep. So I live in the state of North Carolina. In the state of North Carolina, marijuana products are not legal, but we do have the NC Farm Bill of 2018 that made hemp legal and hemp-derived products legal. So I went to my local vape shop and got some Delta 8 gummies, and they helped me sleep. But it was like $60 for the bottle of gummies. And this was before all the inflation started too. This is before all the inflation. But it was like $60 for the gummies, and I had to take two. And I think they were, I'm trying to remember how many. I feel like there might have been 50 gummies in the bottle. So it was a 25-day supply for $60. That's a lot of money. And yeah, I could keep taking Benadryl, but it stops working, right? Your body adjusts and it stops working. And that's what happened to me. So instead of I could take two Benadryl, and within an hour and a half, I could go to sleep. Then I got to where I could take three Benadryl and be wide awake. That's my son. My son is coming home. I'm going to pause this and then finish. Well, it'll be fine. So I was looking for a cheaper, more effective, or a cheaper way that wasn't, that didn't cause me to have to use anything that was harsh or harmful. So I don't know how I came across this product. I really don't. I believe that I was looking to get the gummies cheaper online, is what I was trying to do. And I came across on one of the websites this product called the Canna River Ultra Sleep product. It's 120 milliliters, which is 4 ounces. It has 15 milligrams of CBD and 5,000 milligrams of CBN. And CBN is supposed to help you sleep. So I bought this product literally a week ago, and I've been using it. Right now, my dosage, I've been using 1.5 milligrams, and I've been able to go to sleep every night. Like, I can say, you know what? It's time for me to go to sleep. And I can put my eye mask on, close my eyes, lay down, and actually fall asleep. Is it instantaneous? No. Am I falling asleep in 5 minutes? No. But in probably 10 to 15 minutes every night, I'm able to fall asleep. What I'm going to do, and so since this is 120 milliliters, if I were to use 1.5 milliliters, this is 80 doses. In this bottle here, this is $100, right? Not cheap. But I had a coupon for 30% off. And so it was $70. And then I think with the tax and everything, it ended up being like $74. Still way cheaper than the gummies that I was using. And a bit more natural than, say, using Benadryl. And it helps me stay asleep better. Benadryl helps me fall asleep. It does not help me stay asleep. This actually helps me stay asleep a little bit better. I've been able to wake up, use the bathroom, and go back to sleep. Not every single night, but most nights. And even nights when my sleep is restless and I do a lot of tossing and turning, I'm able to go back to sleep. So I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this product. I'm thankful for this product. I think I'm going to go back and buy another one because there's a sale going on. It's like 40% off. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy another one so that I'm good for a while. I think I'm also going to try to take my dosage down to the 1 milligram. Because if I can get the same results from 1 milligram as I've been getting from 1.5 milligrams, then that means that this bottle will last me 4 months. And that's huge. Even if I got to pay full boat retail at $100, that's $25 a month for sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy me another bottle just so I have it. And I'm going to keep using this. I'm going to try reducing my dosage and see how I like it. I like that. Another thing about gummies is I try not to consume a lot of sugar. I try to keep my diet low carb. And gummies, they have sugar. They got sugar. Like this one right here. This is 3 grams of carbs per gummy. So that's 6 grams. This has none. This is just MCT oil, the hemp, the CBN, some terpenes, some flavoring, and Splenda or sucralose. So there's no sugar in here. There's no carbohydrate in here. I just put it under my tongue. I let it sit for 30 to 60 seconds, and that's it. And it tastes pretty decent too. So I am grateful for this product. I don't rep this product. I just tried it. I just bought it a week ago. I don't know much about this company. I don't know much about, I'm not a sponsor. This is not sponsored. This is just something that I just bought a week ago. Actually, it was delivered a week ago. Of course, I bought it before that. But I've been trying this for a week, so 7 nights, and I've been able to sleep for 7 nights in a row. And that normally doesn't happen. So, like this product. So, number 2. Sorry about that. I had to go close the door. All right. The second thing that I'm thankful for is, I don't know the right word for it, but I was on YouTube today, as I am usually every day. Of all the social media platforms, YouTube is YouTube is the one I spend the most time on, right? Because I get my news and my entertainment from YouTube. And I was coming across, I was just on there, and I saw a YouTube short, and I just clicked on it. And the lady's name, it's going to bother me out, Elise Myers, that's her name. Elise Myers. I had never heard of her. She just came up as a short. And she was telling a story about how she telling a story about how she deals with negative energy by just saying, I'm not going to receive that. And that is how I live my life. Usually, when it comes to outside stimulus. Normally, when I'm stressed, it's the stress that I put on myself. So everything that I've been going through lately, it's nothing that someone else has done to me or said to me. It's internal, right? It's my internal. Externally, I'm very good at talk to the hand. What they say, talk to the hand because the face ain't home. Leave a message at the tone. That's how I live my life. And but it wasn't always that way. Um, just something about me, just a little backstory. My mother was very young when she had me. 15 when she got pregnant, 16 when I was born. I was essentially raised by my grandparents Monday through Friday, and then my mom would pick me up on weekends, and I'd spend weekends with my mom because she lived in she lived in a neighboring city, and because she did not have a lot of money, so she didn't live in the best area. She didn't they the best they didn't have the best schools in the area where she lived, so she had me to stay with my grandparents because the school system there was very good, and I thank her for that because I got a pretty quality K through 12 education. Um, so, because I don't have a whole lot of post secondary education. I think I've got like 2 years of college, no degree, but my high school education was top notch. Okay, so I was raised by my grandparents, and then I myself had a child really young. Um, I was 19 when my daughter was born. She was born in June, and I turned 20 that September. So I was very young. I was a very young mother. And my first child was difficult. She was a difficult child. Um, and then when she was 5, I split from her dad, and I was a single parent at that point. And I had a second child, um, like 2 years later. Not ideal, okay? It was rough. My 20s were rough. And being a parent to 2 children and not really knowing how to be a parent, not really having any guidance, I yelled a lot. I did a lot of yelling. A lot of yelling. And then, I met my husband. We got married. We had a son. So now I've got 3 kids, and it was hectic, and I did a lot of yelling. And then at some point, I don't know, I think when my son was maybe 3, I was like, I can't keep yelling. It's counterproductive. Um, it causes every situation to escalate. And it causes me to get more angry. I'm going to have a heart attack at 40 if I don't calm down. I need to calm down. And I made a decision that I wasn't going to yell anymore. And it was not like an overnight change, right? I might have made the decision, but it took a while to change that behavior. And it's not to say that I never yell, because of course I do, because I'm a human being. And most human beings are going to get angry and yell sometimes. But it should not be the first emotion. Anger should not be the first emotion, right? Like, it shouldn't. And it was for me. Like, automatically, it's like, you didn't wash the dishes, right? The thing is, when you're yelling at one kid, and like I said, that first one, she still lives with me now. She moved out, but had to move back in early 2020, COVID, all that. She's still a difficult child. But I just did not want to I didn't want to be that angry person anymore. And so I just took it down. I took it down. And, now when my kids do things to upset me, I don't yell. And my ex-husband used to get so angry because he was a very angry person. His first emotion was always anger, which I think helped me calm down, because I would look at him and be like, is that what I look like? Is that what I look like? Because he looks like a crazy person, just yelling and screaming. Is that what I look like? I don't want to look like a crazy person. So I took it down. And I just made a decision not to let things anger me. Even if they upset me, I don't have to manifest that emotion in a loud, angry, combative way. I can be angry and not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be angry without screaming. And so my ex used to get so upset with me because he felt like, because I wasn't angry, or I wasn't acting angry, that I did not care, right? He took that perception of, he perceived my calmness as indifference. And it's not. And when I was looking at Elise Myers, like I said, she just said, I'm not going to receive that. And that is what I do. When people upset me, I just say, I don't want to receive that. And walk away. And just walk away. Let it be. Leave it alone. It's not worth it. It's like, okay, what is this? If I start yelling and screaming and going nuts, what is it going to help? What is it going to help? What purpose does it serve? How is it going to make anything better? How is it going to make me feel better? It doesn't. So why? Why? Why get myself riled up? Why get my heart rate up? Why get my blood pressure up? Why risk my health, my physical health, my mental health, my sanity, to yell at someone who doesn't matter? Or to yell about a situation where yelling isn't going to help the situation. And it gets really difficult sometimes because there are so many people who aren't like that. Sorry, I need to make the light turn back. People don't, and I still get it, right? Because one of my kids might do something or say something that is not appropriate or disrespectful or something like that. And my fiance, he'll be like, why are you so calm? And I'm like, why not? Why not? Who does it help for me to get riled up? How does it help the situation? It doesn't. So I am immensely thankful for my ability, at least from outward people, giving me negativity, to be able to say, no, I don't want to. I don't want to yell. I don't want to scream. I don't want to be angry. I don't. I can feel anger. I can feel disappointment without raging. Maybe that's rage. I can be angry, disappointed without expressing it through rage. And I'm immensely grateful that that's a skill that I picked up in my 30s and that I've been able to pretty much master for the most part. I don't really yell. I don't really get angry. I mean, I get angry, but I just don't express it in a way that's unproductive. So I am thankful for those two things. I am thankful that I have found an affordable product that helps me sleep. And I am thankful that I found peace of mind. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. And so is calm. It's a choice. I choose to remain calm. And it has served me well. So that is it for me. And I will see you guys next video.